Guys, let's do this again. Hello everybody, Omega Given here. Welcome on in. This is a live stream of the ultimate server guide for a Township Tale of this is January 2022. Today I'm going to basically be covering a couple of the different things that you need to know to basically run your basic server and everything. So over here we're going to first start off with the basic things that you can do in-game. Then we'll move on to the Ulta launcher, and then we'll finally move on to the stuff that you guys probably want, which is the dashboard, which gives you a lot more commands and a lot more leverage of what you can do with your server. Okay, let's first go in-game. I'm going to show you really quick all the things you can do in your server via this place. So basically, here, this is the main thing when you open up the game on the quest. This is the quest. You can see we have the 3 boards. You find your server by over here. If you don't have a server, you can create one by clicking create, but since we already have a server, we can't create it, so I'm not covering that today. Once you have created a server, you can use this button to invite your friends, which we don't need to invite your friends, or you can just go in here and you can see all of the different settings of your server. So here you can see we have all our stuff. Omega, I probably changed my description most likely. I have my name, I have the type and the members we have. You can invite people, or you can see your invites for there. You can see the requests for like the people that want to join your server here. You can see the people that have joined your server before, or you can see the info again, or just go back home, and that'll take you back to the other servers. If you are an admin for a server, you can technically do some other stuff, but we're not going to cover that. But basically, you can do the same stuff if you're given full privileged admin. Now, let's go into our server so we can actually get to actual other things. We're not going to worry too much about other things in here. All right, let's go into Omega World. That's my server. I don't really use it too much, just saying. All right, so now that we're logging in, let's switch on over to our PC. I do most of my things on PC. I don't use my phone, which a lot of you do because you're kids and you don't have computers. Sorry there. But that's basically the stuff you have to worry about. A computer there. All right. So next thing we want to talk about is the Ulta launcher. You can get the Ulta launcher by literally googling a Township Tale, which you can see I've googled before. From here, you can go to the download page and download it. This is technically for PC VR, but you'll want this anyways on your computer because this can allow you to easily ban people or easily admin people. So I already downloaded it. We won't cover that. If you don't know how to download something, then you are not part of this generation. Okay, so once you've downloaded it, you can then go to your Ulta launcher. I'm going to unmute mine. Here it is. So you can see I actually technically play PC VR, so we have that. You can, and it shows you all the different things you can do to play PC VR version of a Township Tale. But what you want here is these settings on the right. So these settings on the right are what are really important. Excuse me. All right. So basically, right here, you just have your friends. These are all your in-game friends. You don't have to worry about it. You got some friend requests to other people. I don't even know I have something going out to somebody else. You have, if it pulls it up, you have group invites. This is actually where when you get a code for a server, this is where you're going to put it. So you're going to put it down here in the bottom right of this page, and you're going to put it right in there, and it'll search it, and you click like invite or accept or send invite, something like that. We don't have a code to test that right now, and you can see it just updated. I actually canceled that request. I declined it because somebody was wanting me to join their server. Okay, well that's like how you get into servers, or how you can like go and send requests to servers. Right here, I think this one's my server. Yes, Omega World. We can go ahead and see all of the different settings of our server. This is the invite code for my server. I really don't care. You can try to join if you want. Doesn't matter. I have a description. I probably should change it because I don't do Twitch too much anymore. And then you also have the members of your server. So if my thing will not lag up, give me 1 second actually. You can go add friend, kick, ban, make moderator, make owner. I've never tested the make owner, and I suggest not doing the make owner because that might revoke your powers and you will lose your server. if that is what I think it is. So do not do that, but you can make them a moderator or you can ban and kick them. This is the proper way to ban somebody. You can ban somebody via the dashboard, which is the website we'll go to next, but if you don't ban them the proper way, it will permanently ban them and there's no way to get them back that I know of. There might be other ways that I have not tested, such as banning the same person again if you have their code, but you set a time limit on them. If you ban them without a time limit, it's a permaban. So you got to be careful with that. And then you can also see when people are, like, you know, when they're trying to invite to your server or whatever, you know, all the whatnot stuff. So that is the Ulta launcher. Very useful tool. It's not available on phones as far as I know, unless your phone can somehow emulate a computer application, like a PC application, or I guess Mac application. I never tested this on Mac. I don't have a Mac. But that is the Ulta launcher. All right, we're gonna hide that away. And then we're gonna go on over to our screen over here again. Let's zoom up a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more. You can see I have these two pages open. These are Google Docs. You can find the links down below in the description of this video and almost most other videos that I have. If you find these useful, then it's not my credit. Credit goes to the makers of these pages. They've been around for a while. So this first list is the CJ's item list. So somebody, the CJ guy, plus I think other people in the community, has gone together and they basically put this whole list together for you. If you don't see anything, it's because right here at the bottom, there's tabs for Google Docs. You have to make sure you click on the proper tab. So this is probably the tab that you see when you first log into this Google Doc. It'll show you how things work, and it's good read. It's very good read. If you read this, you'll learn so much about how to do different commands. Like up top, you can see it has spawn for PC VR, or for Quest, it's trade post for getting items, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff. If you go to the item list, which is the second tab over here, you will find the entire item list that we know of. So you can scroll down it and you can see that the different colors mean different things. Green normally means that it is available on Quest. If it's not green, then it's most likely not available, or it might be a glitched item that is kind of hard to handle and doesn't work too well with the servers. So yes, you can go through and you can do whichever items you want. Some helpful things to know: all the molds are at the very bottom of this list, and then of course you can just Control F find things. It's very easy. Over here, if you can see my mouse on this little column, these are the IDs. So you can technically spawn them in by ID. This is the name that you can spawn them in by name, and then description is just a description. It's nothing you have to worry about. So ID or name is how you spawn something in. So either or. Why IDs are kind of important, or important to understand that each item does have an ID, is because of string lists. So I explained this in a video a couple weeks ago. There is this other Google Doc, which you can go in the description. You can find this Google Doc as well. This has custom items. So these custom items are spawned in via these little item IDs, all stringed together in one big list. So over here, you can see tons and tons of text or of like numbers and everything. Those are literally all of those items stacked together to make this item. So that's basically what it is. And you can go here and you can spawn them in. I will disclaimer it myself. Not all of these work on Quest. If it says, if you try to spawn in, it says success and it doesn't spawn in, it's because it doesn't work. If it says failed or something like that, then it most likely because you have syntax wrong. That's what I have found. Maybe I might be wrong. This might change over time. Quest is a little weird and it changes a lot. Some things weren't available that are now available. So it's a whole spiel of stuff. So that is Siege's item list, which where you can get all your items. And then this is the custom item list. You also need to be aware custom items can lag your server a lot. Especially since when you look at it, this list, there are hundreds of items in one of these custom items. It will lag your server. So be careful when you use these. All right, with that all aside, let's get down to the fun stuff. Let's get down to the dashboard, which you can easily do dash.townshiptail. No, shiptail. I'm doing this all wrong. .com. Once you type that in, it'll take you to this page. In this page, you can literally just type in your name. You all know me, Omega Given, if I can spell my name right, and then your password, whatever your password might be. And I don't know why it's not remembering me, because I use this quite a bit. Oh. So you will probably have to make a, I can't remember when I made this, but you have to make a username password for whenever you, I guess, use the Ulta launcher as well as this, or maybe you had to even use it when you first logged into the Ulta, or into Township Tale on the Quest. So I literally just had this working before I even did this, but apparently it is not working for me right now. Embarrassing. There we go. All right, I do not want to save my thing. Okay, good thing you guys didn't see my whatever password. Okay, so once you're here, the page will look blank. Yes, it is blank because you need to click on the servers tab, or I guess you could, yeah, you need to click on the servers tab. What's this? Here you can see like your profile, and it tells you your ID. It can tell you if you're a supporter or not. So if you sign up for their monthly thing, that makes you a supporter, and it gives you different policies. So this is a lot of CS terms, like computer science stuff. Policies are basically permissions that this user is granted. So you can see what I'm granted. I'm a pre-alpha or whatever, and you know, all the other stuff. So that's kind of like that. But let's go to servers, because this is where you get all of your real information down. Okay. So now that we're on the servers page, you can see all of the different servers I have played on before that I have not deleted from my list. You can see that I actually need to refresh my character a little bit so it doesn't boot me. Okay, I'm gonna move my character around a little bit. Okay, you can see that I have my world open right here. So I can open it right here, and you can see I am one person online. You can see command runner is not connected. Now, sometimes I think there's 3 main cases why it might not connect. One, no one's logged in on your server. That is the one case that is not connected. You need to have one person logged in on your server. In order to run commands, the server needs to be running. In order for the server to be running, you can have somebody log into the server. So that is test number 1 for why your command runner is not working. Number 2 is it might just need some time to like boot up and refresh. So let's check and see if that's the case here. I'm gonna refresh my button, and it's still not connected. So it's not that, or it seems like it's not that. The third case is that your browser is refusing access to this website. So this website is sometimes deemed insecure on some people. Somebody actually showed me a really interesting cheat for this. So you know how it's HTTPS, and then S stands for secure? You can technically, or at least what they've said, is you can delete the S and then run it again, and it'll turn it into not secure, and it will work. And you can see it works right now. So that's one way of doing this. I'm going to show you the more other technical way, I guess, if it'll let me show it. So you can go to site settings, and from here, what you can do is you can allow, if I can find it, it's insecure content. This right here, insecure content. You can click allow on insecure content, and then once you do that and you save it, you go back here, and it'll probably tell you to reload it. I'm going to reload my page. I'm going to also zoom up on my page a little bit, and you can see that it works. Well, technically it was working before, but that's another way if you just don't want to get rid of the S. So HTTP and then, you know, ://dash.townshiptale.com, that'll make it work. So those are how you make the server work, so you can run commands. Okay, now let's go over a little bit of the tools in this whole panel and everything over here. So right here, this is the server info. You can see the ID of the server. This is the same ID that you want to give to somebody if you want them to join your server. It tells you versions, blah blah blah, group number. I technically have never used groups before, so I don't know too much there. Command runner is one of your main things you want to know. People online is sometimes helpful because you can sometimes just add them as a friend. I can access other servers and add them as a friend there, rather than having to go in game and like give them their cookie and everything. So that's one way to actually do it that like people don't use too much. Some other very useful things is you can see connection info, see if your server is even connected. That's another tool, I guess, to make sure somebody's in your server, making sure it's running. Command breakdown. This is a very, very helpful thing. I'm gonna try to make this as big as I can. And yes, let's look at it. All right, so command breakdown. I'm gonna zoom in one more thing. So command breakdown over here. What we have over here is basically all the different commands you can ever use in the game, or in this thing, which we can then use our command runner on. So the main ones that I'm going to highlight is the let's look through them. Let's look. Bans is a useful one. If you are banning somebody permanently, meaning you cannot take this back, as far as I know. I believe there is a way, but it is is less common. Most people don't know it. I don't know it. Do not do it. But it is there. So be very careful with it. Do not go to crying to me if you accidentally ban somebody and you're like, how do I unban somebody? It's like, ban them via Ulta launcher, not here. So that's that. All right. Help is also very helpful, because when you do help and then you put the command that you want to get help on, that will basically give you a description of how the command works and how it's broken down. Basically what the command breakdown does. So that's what's really good there. Chunks, I've never got them to work correctly, but chunks is a way that you can be able to wipe certain chunks. Say if you're trying to wipe the caves and stuff like that. I do have command or videos on those specific commands. I have a way to wipe the entire caves. It's actually, I think, save wipe caves or something like that. It's a really good command if you wanted to wipe the caves. The next ones down that I think are really good is player. If you wanted to edit a player's things, like you can kick them right here, player kick, or you can player list. That'll show you. Let's actually try again. Player list omega given. Whoops, player. Okay, let's actually try this right here. Help player. So yeah, this will show you different things like related to their inventory. So player inventory omega given. Let's see if this will pop up anything. There we go. Perfect. We can see that the belt is null over here. Or actually, yeah, over here. The belt has null, null, null. We have nothing on our belt. If we look down, there's nothing on our belt. And on our back, there is nothing. I don't know if I can see behind me. Yeah, I don't have any bag on me. So you can see what's in people's inventories. So that's one interesting thing. You can kick them. We're not going to kick ourselves. You can teleport them. There's a way to see where some teleports are. We're not going to do that today. I think I did a couple videos on teleporting. What's some other stuff? You can set home. So it sets the respawn point. This is actually very helpful. Some people have asked me, how do you set a respawn point so it's not at the one spawn? If you want to spawn it in from the caves, or if you want to spawn it out in the plains, because who knows what you're trying to do. That's some way you can do that. I haven't created a video on that one yet. Maybe I'll create that at some point when I give it a try. Set stat. This is a command that I use quite a bit. When I do player set stat omega given, and then I say hunger, and I set it to 2. That makes it so I have a full hunger bar. Or set stat their health, and then you can set their health to whatever value. You can set their strength. So you can do a lot of different things that way. So set stat is really good. List stat. Okay, that's a really good one. So player list stats omega given. When you're on the spot, it makes it hard. Here, so this will tell you the value of this, or the name of the stats, so you know what to call them by. So if you want to set the health to more, you can get it higher. You can get it even higher. You can set their speed up. You can set their damage up. You can make them poisoned. You can make their hunger even more. You can make their luminosity more, which I've never tried that before. Player weight, you can make it 0. So basically, if they are like wearing a big backpack, it makes it so they can run around faster a little bit, or you can just boost their speed. Yeah, there's just all those stats there. So that's how you can get stats. So once you have it, you can just be like, oh, I need to change that player stat. So player change, or no, it's actually set stat, not change. Set stat. Omega given. Let's say speed. I spelled my name wrong. Given speed, let's say 10. That's going to be really fast. So when we put on our game, let's see if our player, yep, look how fast our player is. It's like we basically just zoom right across. Pew, pew. Yeah. Be careful with that, because you can technically fall off a cliff and die very easily. So that's something you can do. All right, let's get away from the player one. We can let's minimize that. Okay, next thing. Progress, quality, those are all like other commands. You can give them some like little touch, like try them out if you want. Just be careful, because if you're not careful, you can sometimes ruin your server, and it might be hard to get access to your server again. And the team does not have a support channel. I'm not support. I'm not part of the Ulta team, so good luck on if you lose your server to some crazy thing that you do. So just be careful. Just be very careful. So save here. This is actually good. Save wipe, and what you can do is save wipe will literally reset your server. Basically, it'll clear everything. That's one thing that you want to be careful of. You can wipe caves or something like that. I don't know if it says it here or if that's something that you'll just have to try. Oh, player wipe all. You can wipe all their ATMs, which is I think how much money they have. You can wipe their post boxes, so if they have any items in their post box, it'll wipe it. Just like stuff like that. So you can wipe it and just clean it of the server. Full wipe. What is this? This is save full wipe. That will wipe the entire server. I know somebody asked me, how do you wipe the whole server? That's how you do it. So that's basically full wipe there. Okay, well that's basically save. That's one way to just wipe the caves as well. Just look up my one video on how to reset the caves. It's a helpful one. Settings. This is a really useful one. Settings. So what you can do is settings list, I believe. Oh yeah, I need to do settings list server. So server is default the server you are on. So this is a way to be able to see all of the settings of the server and be able to change them to whatever settings you want. In here, you might see you can set respawn time to less. You can set time speed multiplier so the days roll by faster. You can set is time advancing when offline to false, which that's what I like to do, because if you set it to true, the shops, whenever somebody's offline, the shops will shut down if you set it to false, so that it will not use up everyone's gold. Now, when it's set to true, the gold will use up over time. And what is it, like 100 gold will basically go through in a week. So it's 100 gold gone or something like that if you're trying to use these shops. So be careful. That's that one. PvP, self-explanatory. A lot of these hunger ticker. If you want, you can basically turn the hunger ticker down so you never have to worry about hunger. Or you can set it up and make it hardcore mode. That's actually fun. I like hardcore mode kind of stuff. Hunger deals damage. True. So there's a lot of things. You can go check that out yourself. We won't go through everything here. So that's one thing there. What's some other stuff? So settings. So I did settings list server. So what if you wanted to change a setting, like say settings change setting. Is it change setting or is it change dash? No, it just change setting. See, this is why it's good to have the dashboard up, because if you have the dashboard up, you can see what the what the word is to change the setting. Then server, and then the setting you want to change. Say let's say drop all. Oh, whoops. You can press the up key on the keyboard, and that will bring it up. Just letting you know. Change setting. Oh, I kind of lost track. What was the setting we want to change? Gosh darn it. All right, there we go. Change setting. I'll show you one setting here. Drop. Oh, no, it's server. Then drop all enough. Server. Drop all on death. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this right and feel a little stressed out, I guess. And we can change that to true. I actually do not know why it's false. So when we die, we'll drop everything. Technically, we don't have anything on our character, so we can't demonstrate that. But if we go to change the server again, or we go to that, rerun the command, you'll see that it's changed to true. I think you might have to zoom quite a bit up to be able to see all of this. There we go. Yeah, there we go. It's a lot bigger now. All right. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. You can experiment with that. Oftentimes those settings won't destroy your server. Oftentimes, not guaranteed though. Sometimes they can really mess up your server. You can remove friends. That's not really needed too much because you can do that via Ulta launcher, or technically you can do that down below, I think, when you friend somebody. Time set. That command will make it so you can be able to set different times of the day on your server. Spawn. The spawn does not work on quests. Spawn is for PC VR. That's how you spawn items in. Or also you can also use post on PC VR, I believe. I don't have a PC VR server to test that. The command for quest to spawn items in is trade and then post and then the item name, or no, trade post, username, then item name, and then how much of that item you want to spawn in. The other one that's good to know is trade post string username, then like the full string. Like if you remember the whole full string that we covered a little bit earlier, that's that. It's the full string, which is the custom items. So that's how you do that there. So basically that is the breakdown of how servers work. I think I covered most of the things and most of the common questions. I wanted to make this video. It's a little bit longer. I'm going to narrow this down so it's like 15 minutes, not the 30 minutes, because I kind of messed up my audio in the first 15 minutes of this. And this is a live stream. We don't have anybody in chat too much. I think we got a couple. We got 4 people watching. If you guys have questions, let me know and I can answer them now. We can maybe give a couple tries to some commands and such. What can we do while we wait for people to maybe put in their questions? Oh yeah, if you did not know, I do have a Discord. You can also ask me questions there. I actually see my YouTube questions pretty easily though, so you don't have to join the Discord. If you have questions, just post a comment on some video I see. I have my notifications on currently. If I ever get big enough, I probably won't look at those as much, but I try to respond to almost everybody. If you're posting the same question as 100 other people though, I'm probably not responding to it anymore, just because you can just look up a couple other videos and you'll have it solved. What's some things? Anything fun that we've never tested before? I don't want to try those. These could really do some weird stuff. Progress. Oh, okay. This is a good command. Progress. What you can do is you can do progress and then fill books. This will make it so all the books are filled, or you can list books. Actually, I wonder. Oh, this is a good command. Progress. Fill cave teleporter. That will basically make it so you can teleport from caves and everything, or you can generate caves. You can generate all the caves to a specific layer. That's actually very helpful. And then, okay, so I got Wise Man on our live thing from YouTube. He says, you have to be owner to use the command runner. You have to be owner, or you can be a admin / moderator. I'll go and recover that. I did cover that just a second ago. Let me pull out my Ulta launcher. The easiest way to make somebody a admin is by going to Ulta launcher. There we go. Basically going to the server. So say this is if this is your server, you can maybe give this video to whoever. You can click on them and you can do make moderator. That's the easiest way to do it. You'd have to do this through a PC, or I think this might be on Mac as well. So get on your computer at home, get Ulta Launcher, download it, log into your Ulta Launcher, and then just click on the server on the right. They're all kind of significant. They all look like have the first letter of the server name. This O is because I don't know why it's a small O, but it's my Omega World server. So I just click on it and I can just add friend, kick, ban, or make moderator. This is the safest way to kick people, ban people, and make moderators. But you can do it on the thing over here. I'd just be careful. Be very careful with the dashboard. The dashboard can do some crazy things. So that's basically that. Thank you for asking some questions. We're always willing to give you some question answers if we know them. Yeah, so that's actually very helpful to generate caves and fill, I guess fill community boxes is sometimes helpful. You can do that in game as well if you get the in-game dashboard, which you can actually get that. I do have videos on it, but I'll just do it really quick. So settings, list server. I think it's a setting in here that you can find, and it's like a dashboard command or something like that. You have to scroll to it if you can find it. And I think there's a couple ways of doing this. I just can't remember the other way. This is like the brute force way, where it is a setting in your server somewhere. I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Has in-game setting. So basically you can just copy that. I have it as true. I guess set it to false if I wanted to, but yeah, you just copy that and you just do, let me do it. Settings, change setting, server, and then paste, and then false or true. Most likely you're doing this because you want it to be active, and you just set it true. So that's basically how you do that there. All right. Well, that's basically all that I wanted to cover today, I think. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to cover. Let me check my notes really quick. This is a live stream, just saying again. Covered basic commands in dashboard. Covered tools in dashboard. Login and cover the not connected. I did cover, like, if you're not connected. Covered basic tools in Ulta launcher. I covered that. And go through in-game menu and how it works. So I think I did all my stuff on my agenda. This has been a pretty short stream. This is literally just me making a video live, and I was going to repost this, edit this down in the YouTube studio kind of thing, so everybody can have it, because it seems like people like to click on these kind of videos to like find the commands. But if you are not one of those people, you can technically just Google it, and most of my videos pop up because I'm like one of the top people. Like, okay, I'll show you right now how true that is. Let's go to new incognito window. Let me add a source for this. Totally gonna be like butcher this probably. Maybe it won't work. Oh, whoops. Nope, that's not what we want. We want new window capture. There we are. And then we want this to be our Chrome tab. There, we got a incognito window. Oh, whoops. Okay, maybe we don't want to do that. All right. Basically, what we can do, let's look up something. What? A township tale, how to spawn in Redwood. Let's just do this. Redwood. Oh, look at that. Incognito. We're not signed in or anything. Omega given. How to spawn in Redwood seeds. Getting all you want Redwood. Come on, people. Stop asking questions that you can easily Google, and I'm the first result. Okay, okay, Township Tale, how to get in-game settings. Omega given. Township Tale, how to get in-game settings panel. Quest. Look at that. I even have 2 of them because I had to repost it. Like, the other people have it too. Look at that. See, you could just Google, people. Come on. Oh, people. What's some other very foolish things that people ask me? Not connected. All right, look at that. Right there. A Township Tale can't connect to server console. Right there. Or this guy. This guy actually has it too. I think I watched like a little bit of his video because I saw his video pop up and I'm like, hey, that's pretty good. And he actually did it before me. He did it in September or August. I did mine in September. That's okay, because I technically was posting all through August anyway as well for all these videos. What's some other stuff? This is just proving to you guys. Oh, I'm not scrolling down, am I? I need to scroll down for you guys to see. Right here, Omega given. And this is incognito window. Like, this is not like I'm on some kind of fancy thing. How to. Let's just Google how to. You got some Whitney stuff. I guess you need to be more specific. Server. Let's just do how to server. Is there videos on this? That's like, hey, look. Oh, this is actually my one video. This is actually the video that I want to replace. That's why I made this video, is I want to replace this video that pops up, because this is actually literally a live stream of me testing things. It's not a live stream of me showing people how to do things, but I do pop up first, apparently. How to, yeah, in-game settings. Like, that's just the easiest one. Like, right there, Omega given. It's, look at this, Omega given. I'm like the top result of all these things. Just Google it, people. Just Google it. Sometimes people just are foolish and they don't know what they're doing. But I think that's all we have for you guys today. I'm going to end it there. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, put them down in the description. If you like this, please give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. And I see you people on Twitch over there. Thanks for popping in there. Tomeu.